finances and coloring. Have you thought about the two together?
Of course not.
Well, if not, maybe it's something to consider. There's a financial motivational tool available that allows you to track your savings and debt through coloring. And here to talk more about it and how it all works together is Paula Meyer. She's founder of Color by Money. Thank you so much for coming.
Morning,
in.
Paula.
Thank you for having me. Glad to be here.
So we're really curious because this is really interesting.
Yes,
so take us
new.
back to the beginning.
Sure.
Color by Money. How did it start? What is it?
Right. So earlier this spring, I graduated from law school, had a lot of law school debt, and really this spring I was really getting more serious about paying down my debt, and I said, instead of just seeing a balance on the screen, I'm a very tangible person, so I wanted a printable tracker with my numbers that made it feel more like a journey instead of a slog. So I kept trying to find something online that I could just enter in my starting balance, either for my goals of saving money or paying down debt. Then it would sort of create this thing for me that I could print and then work through that in a more enjoyable way. And I couldn't find anything, so I made it.
What a unique way to do this. I mean, so how does this actually work?
Right.
And do you have to stay within the lines?
Well, you can do whatever you want. So here's the physical copy of the book, but what you do is you first decide, do I want to pay down my debt or do I want to save money? So you enter in that starting balance, whatever that is, so my debt or my account balance if you want to save money, and then you choose how fast you want those fields to increase. Am I more motivated by a $1 increment, a $100 increment? And so when you enter in that starting balance in that increment, then it creates this auto-populated printable tool that then you can print at home or order that will let you work through that journey at your own pace. And then at the end, you can say, okay, is this my final goal, or do I want to come back and pick up on that starting balance with a new book? And then if you have debt, burn it all when you're done, or do whatever you want to do.
And if you're looking at the images that we just had on the screen, you see the monetary numbers there. Wow.
Yep. So your balance actually, because for me, everything I found online was very generic. It was you start at zero. After you do a $1,000 payment, you can fill in one balloon. It all just felt very not personalized to what my numbers were. So I said, I want to enter in my very specific school loan debt number and create something that works through this at a speed that's more motivating to me.
Very interesting. What made you want to include specifically coloring, in something like this? And it makes it a little fun because when we think of finances, debt,
coloring comes to mind.
No. It's not fun, right?
It's not
you
fun.
incorporated something that kind of makes it interesting.
Yeah, and so I wanted something that sort of it was a more beautiful process that I don't consider myself a very creative person naturally, but coloring, when there's lines and there's a picture, that's something that I can do. And sort of the physical process, everybody knows that coloring is a sort of de-stressor, it's an activity that lowers your stress. And so I said, okay, especially when I'm paying down my debt and working through that journey, how can I do something that does really feel like check the box? So when I have colored in that space, that $5 is gone forever. So I feel like I've really, as somebody who really likes lists, it felt like I've really checked that box.
And we want to acknowledge the designer and the coding team that you had working with you on this. What other future goals do you have with Color by Money? Yeah,
so there's a few different iterations that we have planned, but I had an incredible designer, Annie, that helped create the designs, and then I had a coding team who really helped build the website and took this idea. I went to them and I said, can we create a book where fields talk to each other and we do this thing? So it was sort of a big experiment for everybody, but I have currently 4 different versions in mind. I do want to do one that's more for kids, that's more kid-friendly designs, because I think teaching kids at a younger age, really being able to manage their money. And
what a great way to get them involved with that.
I think so.
Yeah.
Where can people go for more information if they want to learn more?
They can go to colorbymoney.com, and we've got all the socials, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, things like that.
Great, check that out. Paula Meyer, thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.
Have a great New Year.
Yeah, you too. Thanks so much.